Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of the Urban Garden 2020. So, before we get started today, I would like for you to subscribe, share the video, like it, the thumbs up. So, if you do those three things, you're good to go from here. All right, so I was in the garden today walking around looking at everything. I pulled some runners for the beans so that they can run on them, just some strings between some posts. So, as I'm walking back, I had untangled one of the strings because I bunched it up. And as I'm walking across, I am pulling it out, and I stepped on something, and it just moved under my foot. And I'm like, I jump back, and this snake literally like just jumps away from me, and it kind of curled up. And at first, just a glance at it, I thought it was a copperhead, and I'm like, I'm dead. I'm gonna get bit by a copperhead. I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. Blah blah blah. So I jumped back, took about four just giant leap steps, like just boom, boom, boom. I had a shovel there, so I grabbed the shovel and I'm like ready to kill this copperhead snake because I'm not about snakes too much. So uh, I looked at it for a second. My adrenaline, my heart's beating, my adrenaline's pumped up, and I thought for just a second, let me give this just a second. Well, the snake's kind of frozen. It's just sitting there being like super still, not moving, not looking. So I walk around it a little bit. I grab my phone, look up what it is, and it was a corn snake. So it was not a copperhead. And, after I calmed down for a second, I'm thinking, before I Googled what it was, I'm thinking, if this was a copperhead, most likely it would have struck at me. So I took the shovel, before I'm Googling it, and I kind of put it in front of the snake's head, and it just kind of backs away from it. And so I kind of flip the shovel toward it, and it just kind of backs up. I'm like, well, it's not striking at it. It's not an aggressive snake. I stepped on it, evidently, and it didn't bite me or strike at me, so it just tried to get away. So I calmed down, Googled, it's a corn snake. So it's crawling off into the leaves and scared the crap out of me. But, corn snakes, excuse me, a lot of snakes and uh, creatures in the wild are beneficial to us because corn snakes, rat snakes, all that, they generally eat little critters that, when left uncontrolled, they just take over. Your small ground squirrels, which I'm at war with all the time, the squirrels and ground squirrels, rats, mice, stuff like that. The snakes kind of keep under control. So while I'm not a fan of snakes, I do, if I see one and it's not acting aggressive towards me, I try to give it a moment, look it up, see what kind of snake it is, and if it's a corn snake, rat snake, garden snake, etc., I let it go. If it's a copperhead, the bad dude is dead. I mean, it's dead. If it's a copperhead, cottonmouth, even rattlesnake, I haven't come across too many rattlesnakes. I have when I've been hiking, and I just kind of gave them a wide berth and just let them go, and just warned other hikers as I passed, hey, I saw a snake down there. I did at, was it Ruffner? Yeah, at Mount Ruffner Mountain. I saw a black snake, a long black snake. It was like 6-7 foot long. I don't know exactly what kind of black snake it was, black race or whatever, but it just froze when it saw me, and I'd already jogged past it, and it saw me, froze, and then I got a little further away, and I'm looking back, and it just slithers off into the grass and into the woods. So, in general, snakes are not too aggressive. There are some more aggressive varieties like the copperhead, cottonmouths, maybe some rattlesnakes, but in general, yeah, I'm not a snake fan. So if it's a snake in my way and I don't have time to look it up, I might just, but no, if I have time to look it up, I will see what kind of snake it is. So there are things out there that we're not fond of: spiders, snakes, different insects that just look creepy that are really beneficial. I wish I had a billion more spiders in the backyard to keep the uh, mosquitoes under control, because I bought a bug zapper. I put these citronella things out, and yeah, you get 5 feet away from the citronella little things when they're burning, and the mosquitoes just in one area will eat you alive. In the front yard, not too bad. In the side down here, where I thought they would be bad, in the lower area, not bad. But up on the hill, in the shade up there, yeah, they are like brutal. They will attack you probably worse than the snakes will. So, I'm all about killing the mosquitoes. But no, there are a lot of things in the garden that just kind of live and let be. And, just some advice from me to you in this video. If you see something, give yourself a minute to calm down, because it scared the bejesus out of me. Like, I was like, what the crap? And I saw it was a snake, and it kind of jumped back. And as it jumped back, I'm thinking it's going to strike my leg. And, I don't know, my heart's beating. And, I'm not like hours away from a hospital or anything. I'm 15 minutes from downtown, so, or less. If I got bit by a snake, I'd definitely be less than 15 minutes from downtown, because I would be there. But probably go to the med center up here. But anyway, there are a lot of insects and reptiles and animals that are very beneficial. I did have one reason I've been keeping a check is something got into one of my beehives, and I've been seeing a possum and I've seen a raccoon out, and I don't know if they really will get into the beehive for the honey. I'm not real sure, so I'm not sure if armadillos do. I've seen armadillos around. All of the urban to rural animals that come along and we just kind of live with. Something pushed the top off my older beehive, so I put it back on, and it looks like something has reached in there to just scrape off some of the comb. So I'm having to look through, trying to figure out what it is. I have a camera, but it's outside, but it's not pointed in that direction on the back. So I may put one on the other corner so I can pivot it around and zoom in on the beehive and just see if I see a critter at any point in time out there. So anyway, this video update is really more about the snake I encountered in the yard that I stepped on literally, and how not to overreact if you see something out in the woods, in your garden, around the house. I've been on my lawnmower and saw a snake crawling through the grass back when my lawnmower broke, and I waited and the grass was really tall, and I just ran over that bad dude. But I think it was a rattlesnake because just the coloring. But no, the corn snake, it was really cool looking. It had these orange like not quite circles, but more of an oval to almost like rectangular shape down its back, and it was just really cool looking. So I can admire nature, and I can respect a lot of aspects of nature and what's out there. But in general, if a snake comes along my path and I know it's a copperhead, cottonmouth, or rattlesnake in my yard, it's probably not going to survive very long. And but if I have a chance to look it up, I'll definitely let it go. So anyway, there are beneficial things in your yard. Try to be well versed in what they look like. And if you're scared of snakes, spiders, scorpions, etc., and you're working outdoors, you're probably going to come across some of them. So, just look and see what's beneficial, what they do. The snakes, they'll catch small insects. Some snakes will catch insects, but a lot of rodents, they keep those under control. They do eat frogs and lizards too. So if you don't like frogs or lizards, snakes are going to eat them. If you don't like any of them, if you're not a reptile person, then you're not going to have much good luck. It's Alabama. There's stuff outside all the time. I've seen snakes while I'm hiking. Only a couple, but I know they're there. I've seen several snakes in the yard. Killed one or two. Let several go. Try, like I said, try to be well versed. Google snakes in your area. See what they look like. See what the bad snakes or venomous snakes. I don't want to call them bad snakes, but venomous snakes look like, just so so when you're around them, if you're going to let those go, you can be careful. If you don't want them in the yard, if you have children in the yard or small animals, I'd probably go on and get rid of them. Just between me and you, they're gone. But anyway, just look them up and see what's going on. And you guys enjoy the outdoors, enjoy gardening. I hope you are growing outside, inside, wherever you have a chance. I know people are doing microgreens. I bought a light to try to do some microgreens, and I'm going to try some microgreen salads. Waiting for the weather to cool down now before I start that in the basement. It's cooler than upstairs, and I've got the air on, but anywho, No biggie there, but trying to set up to do some of that, and I'll try to make a few videos on that this fall, probably, I'm thinking. Yeah. And, just enjoy gardening, enjoy the outdoors, and, be safe while you're out there, first and foremost, and have a good time. Anyway, y'all have a great day. I'm about to hit a couple of days of work coming up, so I've got a few errands to go run, and, I'm doing some crafting, different things. Got my paints here, got my airbrush paints, all kinds of stuff. So, working on some things for some upcoming events. But yeah, so I'm gardening full blast, work full blast, doing some crafts and some art for some upcoming events. I ordered a couple of things for an event Saturday. Oh, if you watch this video, at Owls on 7th, there's a Kentucky Derby party. Yes, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and you can dress up, make you a Kentucky Derby hat. There's a contest. I think so. And just come out and support the crew. But anywho, you guys have a safe day, have a great day, keep on digging it, and have a good one. Bye, y'all.